Okay guys, this is an ONAN 4000 generator. It's the Cummins ONAN RV QG 4000. That's the model number 4 K King Y Young F Frank A Adam 26100 P as in Paul spec P. And as long as I hold the starter button down, she'll try to run. The moment I release the starter button, she quits. This is what I have done so far. I found rats nesting all up in here along the springs, everything else. I found a couple of chewed wires back behind the carburetor. I patched those wires and with some splices, and that didn't work. I've taken the carburetor off there probably 3 or 4 times so far. I put a new air filter in it. I have changed the oil. It has a new spark plug. I moved the fuel pump and the fuel filter up on the bulkhead so that I could get to them easier. I bought a cheap fuel pump off of Amazon. It was too high pressure for this unit. I retested the OEM fuel pump. It's back on there. It's low pressure from Cummins. It's a new Cummins fuel filter. And let's see what else have we done to this thing. That's about it. I have checked all the wiring that I possibly could. Nothing is compromised that I can see from this perspective. The only other option I have is to remove this. Anybody that wants to remove these, you know that you're going to have to take off this power cord that goes into the side here. There's some screws here you'll have to take off. I have pictures of all of that. If any of you need it, I may add it to this video. And you'll probably want a PB blast or liquid wrench these nuts here, or the bolts here. They could be rusted on there pretty good. You'll need to remove your muffler to keep from damaging it. That's really not a problem. You'll see how that goes on there. I am going to use my braces or the supports for the RV. I know they're not for lifting, but they seem to be fairly stable to let this generator down with the bars attached here. So hopefully I can get that down without too much trouble. And if I find out from this point forward what is causing my generator to flash code number 13 and it is not delivering power to the house, it's my understanding that these ONAN generators will not operate, they won't function, they won't run unless they're actually distributing power. There are other Generacs and that type of thing I've been told that will run irrespective of whether or not they're generating power. The ONAN won't do that. It has to generate power. So I'm going to go ahead and carefully roll this down with the assistance of my wife, and we'll see if we can get this out of here. And if I find out what the problem is, I'll let you guys know. Okay guys, this is the wife and I, we did struggle with the generator. It is very heavy, but we ended up having to put it in a wheelbarrow to get it into the garage. I wanted to show you, we had cleaned up all the front of the mice and rat stuff. When I pulled the cover off, this is what's in behind the cover, and you can see where they have chewed the insulation off around this power wire here, and I had to patch those. I may end up having to replace the wiring harness before it's all over with, but they've chewed that up pretty good there, and all that there. And I need to get in here and see if they've chewed these wires to the stator. And also the insulation in the box. You can see where that's all been chewed. Okay guys, as I told you previously, I have gone through every possible thing I could access from the front of the generator installed in my RV. The Cummins ONAN RV QG 4000. I had a lot of difficulty getting this rotor off here. You're going to need a good set of pullers, and I ended up having to tap these screws myself. Though ONAN gives you a place to put a puller, they don't tap the holes for some reason. Those holes are smooth. You have to tap them yourself. But anyway, here's my problem. You can see this on my brushes. The wire to the brushes has been chewed clean through. And that is what has caused this ONAN to not produce power. It is my understanding that when these ONAN Cummins products are not producing power, if you can hold the starter button down and they'll try to run, but the moment you let the starter button, or you release the starter button, it stops. And for me, in my particular scenario, I believe I was getting a code 13 or 14. I don't remember now, but it has something to do with the electrical system. And this is my electrical problem right here. That wire's been chewed completely through and doesn't allow the brushes to transmit the power. I hope this helps somebody, but you will have to pull the generator to access this. You guys have a good day.